That's bullshit. So here we are. Does that mean here we are? Look at that. When did it shut off? A long time ago. Well, apparently my microphone wasn't even on for like any of this chat. And so I'm glad nobody came on, or maybe that's why nobody came on. Sorry. It keeps, see, it's got a green light on it, but it's not like I can see it. I guess that's why I need headphones. And so I'm glad nobody came on, or maybe that's why nobody came on. Sorry. Today's chat has been a little bit of a train wreck. It keeps, see, it's got a green light on it, but it's not like I can see it. I guess that's why I need headphones. I wonder why it was shutting off. But it makes sense now why I might need to wear headphones to monitor my audio. Whatever. Like, why would it shut off? I'm gonna heat my coffee up. This is bootiness. It's still just only me, and I think it's okay if I go heat up my coffee. It should have decent range, right? The nice thing about screwing up when you're doing your own thing is that no one's going to fire me for not getting this right. When I used to have jobs, God, I used to screw up all the time. All the time. I'm back. Whatever. Oh, that's the perfect temperature now. Look at that. so good. Very windy, but we do have some big, pretty fluffy clouds rolling by. Mhm. So what I need to get is a holder and mount for that phone to mount on the gimbal sideways, not lengthwise. Right? Wait, do I have one? God, sorry, I'm a dork. Oh, that's for the head mount. Because, yes, I have a head mount. Let's see. But how does this screw on? Oh, no. This one will work. No, it won't. Shit. Shh. The heck? Okay, I just solved my problem. Somehow I ended up with a ton of different adapters, things. So it's taking me a bit. Hold on. So if we want it to be this way, it needs to be that way. Like this needs to be this way. Hold on. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, that works. That works. And see, this is a weird tripod that has these big long legs that go sideways, but you can't adjust them at all. Why can't I fit this on the gimbal? I mean, on that. I wonder if this would go on there. Ouch. Just pinched the crap out of myself. Okay. So I can screw this on. Oh, I can screw this onto the Gorilla. Okay. That works. That has a little swivel head, which is very nice. This can go like that. Oh yeah. That's nice. That's good stuff right there, isn't it? Okay. Does it matter if my face is in the shot? I can be like Wilson, or remember the crap the guy's name was on the other side of the fence, in that show. And my computer's going to die, but it seems like I've got everything dialed in from this camera's point of view anyway today. Tomorrow will be better. Maybe when I say subscriber only chat, people think it doesn't mean them. It maybe they don't realize that that means subscribe. Subscribe so you can chat with us. I don't know if you saw. So I've got this thing that I've also been doing on the channel. Has nothing to do with dogs, but I put one up just because I did, and it went crazy. And so I just put up another one, like I said, completely unrelated to dogs. But I know that at least 25 of my subscribers like my trend fails. And I think it's about building in a community where I have like the right mix of people, right? You love dogs and you're weird and you're generally empathic and kind. But that goes with the love dogs part. I figure if you are an animal lover, you're naturally empathic and kind. And that's why I think it's really important for us to be here as a community for others who have no one to talk to. Um, there's a lot of people. I mean, you might think like me, but I don't really, I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I'm different than most people. I'm an actual introvert, or I'm a reclusive introvert. What does that mean? Is that the same thing? But I know that people, am I still on anyway? I know that normal people need people. Neurotypicals. I think it comes down to neurotypicals and neurodivergence as far as who needs Hume. One moment, I'll be right there. I see that someone has come on. Hi, it's okay, Gigi. When you're not here, I don't really talk that much, so it's less work for me. We're just sort of staking our claim here in YouTubeville. It's been a hectic morning of like I didn't even have my microphone on. I did, but it shut itself off for some reason like the other day until like 5 minutes ago. So you missed absolutely nothing. What I realized is that I need to set everything up the night before. I need to get the thumbnail up, the description, get everything up, the camera, the coffee, because I don't want to wake up in the morning and have to set up production and then have my coffee, honestly. I don't think anybody does. I want to just have coffee. I put because I drink chilled coffee hot or ice what's it called? Cold brew in the wintertime here. I heat it up in the morning. For 2.5 minutes, it takes this huge thing from refrigerated to the right temperature. And that's exactly how long it takes me to let both of these dogs and Nico go outside and go pepe. Jowls should serve some sort of purpose or function, like a change purse, maybe, for holding quarters for the train. What's happening in the news today? I kind of looked around and didn't see all that much. It looks like DeSantis is doing something with the gaming commission and protecting wild land or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I do kind of like to check on the news, even though literally I believe nothing that I see. It still may or may not be happening, even if it's all a fabrication and this is a movie studio. Let's see. Okay, they're cleaning up New York City and finding rats. Yeah. Tornadoes. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't really keep up with the news. Are people starting to look at Netanyahu like maybe he doesn't have the best interests of Israel in mind? I'm not sure. He's a Zionist. He's a political Zionist. There are different types of Zionism. The first the first time Zionism was used was by Herschel back in Herschel? Back in the day. And it just referred to Jews, the biblical version of Israelites or Jews, Hebrews, whatever, returning and Israel becoming its own place. Um, but through God's command, not political fuckery. So it's written in the Torah, so there's your script. So you can just go ahead and read the script and force it to happen if you want to, but it doesn't make it real. So I don't know. The political Zionists are forcing the issue, whereas the Orthodox Jews are like, we don't even recognize Israel as a state. As far as we're concerned, we still live in Palestine and we're still waiting for the return. Now, is it still going to be an Israeli state? Yes. Will they eject out Palestinians? I doubt it. They're already living with Palestinians. The Orthodox Jews fly Palestinian flags and they deface the Israeli flags. So there's a real problem here. And, I'm interested to a point, but I just don't want to go down the fucking wormhole of Zionism and Netanyahu and everything. It's just such a cluster, you know what. Yeah. Well, and listen, I'm not the only one that has questions about that date. And it's interesting how they were saying this is Israel's 9/11. Well, I think the majority of people now believe 9/11 was an inside job. So is that what they mean? That this is Israel's big inside job false flag to force the agenda? That's it's not hard to connect those dots, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's better just not to care. It is better just not to care because there's nothing you can do about it. And there's a lot of people who are arguing about it, but they're arguing like with only a fraction of evidence or truth or objectivity. And so my frame keeps freezing. So that's weird. Why is that? Oh, because my computer's going to die? Yeah, this is going to die in a second. So whatever. But I do think it's important to know when you're being fucked with. I think it's important to know when you're living in a world where they're trying to convince you it's one way so they can go do their thing the other way. And, under the cloak of government. And it's coming down. It's interesting because I was watching this lady. I have a hard time finding content to watch because I do. So I stumbled upon this lady who said she's channeling someone from 2030. It's only 6 years from now, or 2033, so 9 years from now, an old man. So that means this person is alive now, right? And she's channeling them from the future. And she gives little hints to who he is. And someone says they figured it out. And she's like, oh, let's protect his privacy. And this person in the future is talking about how Biden wins this upcoming election. And there's a lot of wins. And there's a lot of uprising. And after all that goes on and calms down, we come back to a three-party system, I guess. I don't know. But it was goofy. But what I find interesting about it is that in November on election, after the election, we'll be able to go back and determine whether or not that lady is a quality channeler. Or if the guy in the future was making it up, I don't know. But I mean, that's pretty interesting to make predictions like that for just 9 years in the future. I guess everybody will forget by then if he doesn't win. But I was like, eesh. I guess it doesn't matter how far someone is in the future if you're predicting something that's happening less than a year from now. I can't see your chat if you're chatting because my battery's going to die. So my YouTube was freezing. So if anyone pops on in urgent need of counsel from a non-licensed professional, Gail Pet will be your girl. She's also a dog. Isn't it interesting that when the two dogs, me and you, are up here, there's 4 dogs in the room? Shadow, don't you think that's interesting? Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, yeah, I get kisses. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Alexa, what time is it? The time is 9:52 a.m. Oh, we've got 8 minutes left. Someone has caught. It's Gigi. I can't read it. Can you read that, Shadow? Snuggles. I can see it when it pops up, but now it's gone. Here, let me see if I can see it on my computadora. Here we go. Should have already been lots of uprisings. I know it, but you know what? Republicans just aren't the type. For anyone to believe that Republicans caused January 6th is so ridiculous. They're blind. We're not that type of group of people. Very few, I think, are like that. The left is like that, all uprising all the time. But the right, I don't see it. A side eye from Buddy. Yeah. I just don't see the evidence. I mean, as far as I can tell, Republicans are generally either old and tired because they worked, or they're working and they're tired. And there's no way that people are going to, we prioritize our family, our space that we occupy, and the life we live. And I wish more people would just focus on that, because there's a lot of people focusing on other stuff. Like, I'm going to get offended on behalf of someone who doesn't want me to get offended for them and make a big political statement. It's all just so ridiculous. But with uprising, any kind of upheaval, I think we can call COVID upheaval, the whole lockdown thing and all of the social upheaval that was going on with people fighting online and excommunicating one another. That was upheaval. But look at what came out of it. There's a lot of good stuff that came out of it. Yes. See, Generation Z was predicted. You've probably heard me say this a bunch of times, but I do like to repeat my talking points. Generation Z, years ago, was predicted to be the return of the conservative. So now that Generation Z is in their mid-20s, the earliest ones, can you see how in the past 20 years there's been such a more frantic push to control the minds of our youth into wackadoodle land? Once they realized that the pendulum was swinging and Generation Z was going to be the return of the conservative, they went on full steam ahead, and then cut the power, and then tried to turn the power back on, and then cut the power again, and then rammed it into the thing, and then the whole thing fell down. I mean, like, I'm saying that's a metaphor. The bridge is a metaphor for what's happened to our youth in society. This has been a plan for a long time that they want to make it like it's not a plan for a long time. But now what's happening is those kids growing up in a world that they're growing up in, they're like, fuck this. They are waking themselves up from their own brainwashing, not their own brainwashing, from having been brainwashed. And I really believe, and I'm pretty good at predicting stuff, I really believe had they left them alone, had the propaganda machine, deep state, left them alone, they wouldn't be as conservative as they will now be, waking up from being mistreated, mishandled, and abused, literally abused by corporate America, by the government, by social media, propaganda, media. They're going to realize that they've been used and abused, and they're going to go so far the other way conservative. But maybe it'll be a blend of conservatism. It'll probably be libertarianism. I bet that's what it'll be, and why a third party will be viable in a little while. Because both the right and left have good ideas. The left seems to carry out their ideas with no foresight or planning. It's just all, it's been planned, but the actual actions that's going to make things happen are so careless, because the backlash always kicks themselves in the ass. So I guess I'm okay and prefer a non-reactive right. Hopefully we're white hatting more important and valuable moves into the future. I think I'm probably, I don't know which kind of libertarian I am, but that, I guess that's the don't tread on me people, like, you do you, I'm gonna do me. and don't be a hypocrite. I think that's one of the biggest problems we're having is the lack of critical thinking leads to increased and intense hypocrisy and ignorance. I mean, it's just so much ignorance. People can't, they don't even know how to, for example, you know how conspiracy theory, the term, has come back into as a talking point, but they're misusing it. They're using the word conspiracy to mean conspiracy theory. They'll be like, this isn't a conspiracy. Well, it's a conspiracy theory, a theory about a conspiracy. But they say, it's not a conspiracy. Like when they're talking about something that is literally a conspiracy theory that they're talking about, they want you to think they're not talking about a conspiracy theory. But what they're saying is, I'm not talking about a conspiracy. It's like the literal human, the definitions of words doesn't matter anymore, I guess, because as long as it sounds similar or works, as long as you know what they mean. And see, I think this is the problem that I've been hearing about in places like when I was researching going expatriate in either to Israel or like Brazil. What I heard from people who live there or have lived there, both places, is that even though they all speak the same language, nobody knows what each other is talking about. And I think it kind of comes down to what's happening now with our communication is devolving because people are misusing words. Stranger dog. When you misuse words, you're going to have misunderstandings. Hey. Shadow, I know. Thank you. I know there's doggies. I know. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Wine, wine, wolf. Wine. I was thinking maybe it would be more inviting to people if I wear a dog mask or have like an AI dog face on me too. Watch what to end? Watch way to end? Perfect way to end. Oh. Oh my God, it's over. Bye. Hey, we're really sorry if you had a need to talk and are standing on the edge of the bridge. Hang on till tomorrow. We'll be back. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, don't jump. I don't know how to turn this off, so we're just going to live feed here until I figure it out. I guess I have to do it from my phone. I already took you out. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woof. I'll get a sock puppet. That's what I should do. A sock puppet. Coffee with dogs. Yes, I do remember that one old dog with sock puppet dog. I don't remember its name. He was like, chocolate. Right? That was before my day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah. Oh, you got you got some static going on there. You got a few little sparkies, huh? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, let me out. Whoa. They say dogs recognize people in pictures. Do you think they recognize themselves? That's you. Is that Shadow? That's Shadow. Oh, buddy, look at him. He's waiting at the door. He's like, okay.